What's up YouTube, this is MathWiz97 and welcome back to my WWE 2K17 Universe Mode. This is the 58th installment of the series, and we are coming off of the Extreme Rules pay-per-view as we make our way to the next one, and that is Payback. We are coming to you from Mobile, Alabama, as we get set for the arrival of one of the three men who came up short at last night's pay-per-view in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. It was, of course, last night at Extreme Rules when Cesaro retained his championship in a fatal four-way against Styles, Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton. And I'd have to imagine that AJ Styles out here tonight. What is going to be next for Styles? What exactly does he have on the mind, on the brain? I'm sure that he's going to be none too pleased coming up short last night, especially considering that, well, he wasn't even the one pinned. And the same could be said for Randy Orton, these two guys who, that really is the nature of a fatal four-way matchup, is that you can go into it, you can do all the preparation that you can possibly think of, but just due to the simple fact of it being a fatal four-way, only two men can be involved in the decision. So that means that there's always going to be two people who, no matter how much preparation they did, just fate did not side with them. The decision, the end of the match was just out of their control. And AJ Styles, he is one of those men. Well, you hear the music, the sirens are going off. This is the World Heavyweight Champion, Cesaro. And you got to admit that was a hell of a match that went down at Extreme Rules this past Sunday. And I'd have to imagine that Cesaro has gained much respect for the men involved, especially for AJ Styles. As Styles, well, now Cesaro's got a mic, Styles respecting Cesaro, showing him, really, he's not denying the fact that he came up... Wait a minute. Well, I was going to say Styles not denying the fact that he came up short. But it seems as though Triple H is going to have his hands all over this situation. Oh my God, a beat the clock challenge. What an announcement from the game, Triple H. As now we get set for the first matchup in this Beat the Clock challenge. And here you see is, well, the man who, I guess you could say, came up short against Adrian Neville last night in the United States Championship match, but that decision was out of his control. It was thanks to interference from the Outcasts that Sami Zayn was disqualified in that matchup. And, well, for Sami Zayn, one door closes, another one opens. Triple H giving him the opportunity to potentially make his way into the World Heavyweight Championship match at Payback. A chance to go face-to-face with Cesaro for the World Heavyweight Championship. And just like that, Sami Zayn, he goes from really losing the United States Championship matchup by default to now potentially winning the World Heavyweight Championship, becoming the top star on Raw. This could be a huge turnaround for Sami Zayn. This is an opportunity that he surely does not want to miss. But the question is, who is his opponent? Who is he going to be facing? Well, this certainly is not going to be an easy man for Sami Zayn to overcome, as this is this is Triple H's right-hand man after all, his former disciple. This is Randy Orton, one of the men who came up short at Extreme Rules, and I would have to imagine that Randy Orton, after failing yet again to recapture his World Heavyweight Championship, you have to imagine that he is in a foul mood, and a foul mood for Randy Orton means a dangerous scenario for his opponent. Because Randy Orton, I mean, from the get-go, he's got a short temper. But then you couple that with a big-time pay-per-view loss, and Sami Zayn's gonna have to tread cautiously in this matchup. Because Randy Orton, he's not afraid to end people's careers. We saw him do that to his former ally Batista just last month, all for the sake of becoming one of the competitors in that World Heavyweight Championship match. And Sami Zayn has no connection to Randy Orton, so I am sure that Randy Orton will not hesitate to unleash the full brunt of his fury in this matchup. I mean, we saw how merciless he was against Batista, somebody he knew. You can only imagine what's going to happen here. As there you see the clock has started. Sami Zayn, though. Sami Zayn looking for the quick victory. But now Randy Orton able to kick out. And that's the name of the game in a beat the clock challenge, is that you've got to go for the pin straight off the bat. Sami Zayn now, tilt-a-whirl, small package, 1, 2, no, kick out again by Orton. As really time is against you, it's not on your side in a matchup like this. And that's the downfall for these two superstars, is that they are in the very first matchup. So that while they will set the pace, every other superstar is just going to have that extra sense of urgency because they have a set time limit to go up against. Whereas these two, they don't exactly know what time they have to break. So as quick as they might try to compete as quickly as they can, go for the win as fast as possible, but you can't quite recapture that same sense of urgency that every other superstar following this matchup is going to have. As already a minute into this matchup, and you have to think that these two men, I mean, you've got to try to have some sort of awareness of time. As Sami Zayn now, after dodging, Orton bouncing out of the corner, but Sami Zayn unable to pin Orton there. A bit of a mistake there by Sami Zayn, as Orton was able to reach out with his legs to grab the bottom rope. As Sami Zayn throws him into the corner, and I don't think this is the smartest strategy by Sami Zayn. He's trying to get the crowd behind him, and I can understand that. But I mean, Sami Zayn in a matchup like this, where you've got to act quickly, I don't think taking the extra time to rally the crowd, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be to your benefit. As Randy Orton now drops Sami Zayn to the canvas and delivers a stomp straight to the chest. And of course, Triple H also announced that AJ Styles will take on Finn Balor in another beat the clock match later on tonight. It's just the competition is going to be pretty stiff in this 8-man tournament, which means we're going to have 2 more matchups to come after tonight. And who knows who we're going to be. You have to imagine that Seth Rollins is going to be in the mix as well, among other names. Who knows exactly who they're going to be. But just especially knowing that, I mean, even just the matchup tonight, you know you've got Finn Balor and AJ Styles going up against each other. Yeah, in a beat the clock matchup, you do want to try to win as quickly as possible, but when you're going up against another game challenger, someone else who could be a future world champion in the making. Wait a minute, Sami Zayn. No, kick out by Orton. I mean, getting a quick victory is much easier said than done. No, wait, Orton able to counter. Sami Zayn whipped into the corner. And Randy Orton now driving the elbows straight to the side of the skull. As Sami Zayn tries to stumble to his feet, Randy Orton measuring him here, as he nearly took him out with that devastating clothesline. But again, Randy throwing up a pose. Randy, he's the veteran in this situation. You'd think he would understand the urgency in a beat the clock matchup like this. Well, there it is, a snap DDT. There's some urgency. Randy not wasting any time, going straight into his bag of tricks. One of his biggest shots. 1, 2, But no, Sami Zayn gets the shoulder off the canvas. And Randy, you shouldn't be arguing with the ref. You should be trying to go for another pin, try to hit something bigger than that DDT. As he delivers a European uppercut, Zayn staggered. As Orton now backs him into a corner. And there you see the physicality by Randy Orton, but Sami Zayn with the counter. And now Sami Zayn has got Randy. Exploder suplex in the corner. Randy Orton in a bit of trouble as Sami Zayn trying to drag him away from the ropes. Try to avoid the same mistake he made last time. As now Sami Zayn to the top rope. Sami Zayn, swanton, and he hooks the leg. Randy's in trouble, 1, 2. No, a kick out by Orton. What an upset that would have been by Sami Zayn to score a win over Randy Orton tonight. And Sami Zayn now, he's got him for a half Nelson suplex. And Sami Zayn starting to kick it up another gear. As again, Zayn drops into the corner, this crowd on their feet. I mean, we know that the crowd doesn't like Randy Orton. And it's the people who fuel Sami Zayn who make him more dangerous than ever. As Randy stumbles to his feet, but no, wait, Randy able to dodge. And Randy Orton, RKO! No, wait! Sami Zayn able to counter. He's able to block the RKO. And now, look at this! Blue Thunder Bomb! Shoulders down, 1, 2, huge upset, 3, no! Randy just barely able to survive, able to kick out at the count of 2.9, but Sami Zayn not wasting any time. Sami Zayn with a full head of steam. Haluva kick! And Sami Zayn crawls into the pin. 1, 2, 3, no! And again, Randy Orton kicks out. As we're already 5 minutes and 41 seconds into this match, Sami Zayn, that was his best shot, and that wasn't enough to put Randy away. But Sami Zayn doing the smart thing here, keeping on him, not giving him any extra time, and another haluva kick. And that's what you gotta do in a beat the clock. As Sami Zayn hooks the leg. 2. And that one does it. Randy Orton is out like a light. Sami Zayn, the first might not have done it, but he didn't waste any time. Went straight back in with another haluva kick. And that one sealed the deal at 6 minutes and 1 second. Sami Zayn has set the pace. He's set the time. AJ Styles and Finn Balor, that's going to be a heck of a time to try to beat. Sami Zayn, I mean, now it's just the waiting game. If he wants a shot at that world title, he's just going to have to hope that nobody can beat his time. As we are back now, set for some tag team action as the Usos make their way down to the ring. Of course, the Usos, it's been a very rough start here, a very rough transition to Monday Night Raw. As, I mean, in the past matchups they've had, I mean, they've lost to Blake and Murphy. They've lost to the Dudley Boys. It's just not much luck for the Usos. And it doesn't seem like their luck is going to get any better tonight. As making their first in-ring appearance, their Raw debut. This is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. This is the Club. And the Usos, well, I don't like the Usos' chances. I hate to doubt anyone before the match has even started, but I mean, the Club, their track record speaks for themselves. It speaks for itself. I mean, you want to take just completely ignoring their accolades outside of the WWE. Since they arrived here in the Big W, they have taken out Edge and Christian at the Slammy Awards, and then just last night at Extreme Rules, Gallows and Anderson, they took out the Dudley Boys. And now tonight they're going to be taking on the Usos for the first time. We'll get to see the Club in action in a proper sanctioned match. And I'm not sure how the Usos are going to be able to deal with this. Look at this! Right out of the gate, Carl Anderson, not wasting any time, going straight on the attack. Just hammering Jey Uso here. As Carl Anderson, I mean, he was over there talking to Luke Gallows and just in the blink, oh my god, and now a massive super kick. Nearly took Jay's head off. But I mean, how quickly, with cat-like reflexes, Carl Anderson, he was looking over at Luke Gallows, talking to him one moment, Oh, and now another boot right to the face. And then just immediately turned on a dime and nearly took Jay's head off with a clothesline. I mean, that is the danger. Oh, but wait a minute, he got a little too greedy. Carl Anderson tried to take a shot at Jimmy, but Jimmy had it well scouted, able to catch him with a kick. As now Jay spins Anderson around. Could have been looking to make a tag there, but Carl Anderson smartly tries to escape the corner, but there's really nowhere for him to go. Oh, but look at this. Carl Anderson raked the eyes of Jey Uso, and then took him down with a drop kick. Just when it looked like Jay was starting to form a bit of a rally for the Usos, Carl Anderson turns it around as he knocks Jimmy off the ropes. Now the tag made to big Luke Gallows. And I mean, if Carl Anderson wasn't devastating enough, just look at the size of this man, Luke Gallows. The powerhouse of the club. Certainly in a battle of strength, the Usos are not going to come out the victor here. As now, I mean, look at this. Look at the confidence of Luke Gallows. It almost seems as though the club they think they've won this matchup already. They think this match is already a done deal. Let's look at Gallows here. Oh, jeez! Like a modified gutbuster dropping Jey Uso right across his shoulder. That'll take the wind right out of you. And Jey Uso really hasn't had much offense in this matchup. As now Gallows just pummeling him. Just driving these elbows straight through his rib cage. Trying to shatter his ribs with each and every strike. There's now a tag made, and now again back to the ribs. Tag made to Carl Anderson. There's another massive boot, and now look at, oh! Luke Gallows just flattened him. Flattened him with that avalanche in the corner. And now Carl Anderson, after taking out Jimmy, into the pin, 2, 3, and they didn't even need the magic killer. Gallows and Anderson make quick work of the Usos, and they didn't even use their trademark magic killer. They didn't even need it. If that's not a testament to the danger, the ferocity of these two men, I don't think you're gonna get much more than that. I mean, anybody who's gonna step up to take on the club in the future, well, I gotta be honest, I fear for him. Wait a minute, look at the stage. Look at the stage, that's Bubba Ray and Devon. It seems as though the club, well, I apologize for Bubba's language here. It seems as though the club have not finished off the Dudley Boys yet. And clearly, the Dudley Boys are pissed off. And it looks like Gallows and Anderson are not backing down from this fight, not by a long shot. And it is now main event time. Match number 2 in the Beat the Clock Challenge. And making his way to the ring, this is the phenomenal AJ Styles. And AJ Styles, well, earlier tonight he stepped out. He called out Cesaro. He said, hey man, I respect you, but I deserve the next shot, the next spot in line. I deserve the next shot at the world title. He said he wasn't gonna move to the back of the line. Not after everything that he's done to get here. And Styles, admittedly, it has been a bit up and down for him since arriving to the WWE. His first pay-per-view matchup in a singles match was a loss at the hands of Randy Orton, but he came back at WrestleMania and was able to pin Orton off a Styles Clash. And then at Extreme Rules, he may have lost, but he wasn't involved in the decision. AJ Styles, he feels as though if he goes one-on-one with Cesaro, if he can get the Swiss Superman in a singles match with no other distractions, Styles firmly believes that he will take the world title away from him. But Styles, he said, I'm not looking for a handout. I earn my opportunities, so put me up against whoever you got. And Triple H has done just that. As tonight, AJ Styles, he's gonna take on the former tag team champion, Finn Balor. As we await the arrival of Finn Balor. Wait a minute, what the hell? Well, Balor was supposed to make his entrance, but he's backstage. That's Randy Orton. Randy Orton has attacked Finn Balor backstage in the locker room. Oh my God. That delivers a shot with that briefcase. Randy Orton. Why is Randy Orton taking out... I can understand that Orton would be frustrated, but why is he targeting Finn Balor? Randy Orton... No, he's not gonna put him through that table. Not like this. Suplex through the table. Is Finn Balor even gonna be able to compete? And what happens if Balor doesn't make it to the ring? What does this mean for the Beat the Clock challenge? Clearly, Orton is furious. He's absolutely livid after losing to Sami Zayn earlier on tonight. And he's taken out his aggression on Finn Balor. But why? Why Finn Balor? I don't understand this. Neither does Finn Balor. Finn Balor has no clue where he is right now. It's Randy Orton RKO. Well, we're gonna have to cut to a commercial break so we can figure this situation out. We'll be back after this. After what transpired earlier on in the night, it has been announced that next week in the main event of Monday Night Raw, the Dudley Boys will take on the Club. Can the Dudley Boys redeem themselves against the Club? Or will Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson put down Team 3D for good? And in a final bit of news, Curtis Axel's opponent for Mega Main Event has been confirmed. He will take on Triple H's disciple, the Viper, Randy Orton. Be sure to stick around for next week's episode of Raw, and be sure to stay tuned for Saturday, July 15th, as that is when the final episode of Main Event, Mega Main Event, will air on this YouTube channel. And now, let's kick it back to ringside. We're back now, folks, and it has been decided that if Finn Balor cannot make it out to ringside by the referee's count of 10, well then this match will end in a no contest. But I haven't been given any details on what this will mean for the Beat the Clock challenge. Is Styles gonna get another opponent? Hopefully Finn Balor can make it out here. Styles is pacing around like a madman. I mean, the security backstage has taken Randy Orton, escorted him out of the arena, but is Balor gonna make it? There he is! Finn Balor, with everything he can, making it down to ringside, but surely he's not in any shape to compete. You see Balor looking behind him, just checking to make sure that Randy Orton isn't tailing him. Well, the bell has been rung, folks. The counter has started, as Styles has a little under 6 minutes now. Or is it the same goes for Finn Balor? I mean, I would say that Balor has under 6 minutes to win, but in Balor's condition, can he even pull this off? I don't know. Oh my God, you saw Styles there almost sort of hesitated to go after Balor. But Finn Balor's not gonna, he's telling Styles, hey, bring it on. I don't care what kind of condition I'm in. I'm not gonna have you hold back on me. And now AJ Styles, well, that has lit a fire under AJ Styles. Styles has to remember what he's fighting for. He's fighting for a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. And Finn Balor, the aggressiveness from Finn Balor is not lost on AJ Styles. As think about, you know, from Balor's perspective, if Styles were to take it easy on him and lose his chance at the world title because of that, I mean, you have to think that would be pretty disrespectful to Finn Balor. Because that's the thing, at the end of the day, these two men are competitors. These two men, you know, no matter what condition they're in, they will fight. And especially, well, wait a minute. Styles goes for the cover. Balor kicks out at 1, though. Perhaps I'm not giving him enough credit. As AJ Styles now has got Balor up. Oh, brainbuster! I don't know how many times Balor's going to be able to kick out. Styles goes for the pin again. 1, 2, and that'll do it. Well, not so fast. Balor gets the shoulder off the canvas. Couldn't even muster the strength to kick out. And Styles, you see him getting frustrated, telling him, well, just stay down, Balor. As Styles, I mean, very clearly is not happy with the way that things have turned out. But now springboard 450 splash. If Balor wants a fight, Styles is going to give him one. As it goes for the pin. 2 and 3. No! Balor kicks out yet again. We're under 4 minutes now. And just look at the face of AJ Styles. Styles, I mean, he's telling Balor just to stay down, to stop punishing himself like this. As now Styles has got him up. Balor hasn't even got a shot in this matchup. Styles delivers with the Ushigoroshi. And Styles is looking to finish him off. 3.5 minutes to go. Balor, there's no way Balor can come back from this. He's out on his feet. As AJ Styles, phenomenal forearm. He connects right on the button. And if he hooks it here, this match is over. 2 and 3. That's ball game, folks. With 3 minutes and 19 seconds to spare, that makes a count of 2 minutes and 42 seconds. AJ Styles makes quick work of Finn Balor. And if you thought that 6 minutes and 1 second was going to be tough to beat, 2 minutes and 42 seconds. I don't know who's left to compete, but those 4 men are going to have a hell of a tough time trying to top AJ Styles. But even if they can't, Styles, his victory is going to be, well, it's going to have an asterisk next to it, and I'm sure that Styles is not happy about that. But that sometimes that's just how things work out. Randy Orton ruining this main event. And we're out of time, folks. Catch you in the next one.